rejoined Congressman John Walsh. I should say welcome him back.
You mean Joe Walsh?
To the program. Joe Walsh. Should I just call you John? Joe, I'm going blonde on myself. How are you, dear?
No, that's all right. There are tons of John Walshes and Joe Walsh. Big John's playing hooky?
Yeah, we sent him a copy of Ferris Bueller's Day Off and a fruit basket. But apparently, no, seriously, I think he has some type of leg infection. He is diabetic, and we've started a prayer chain. So if you want me to put you on it, let me know.
Put me on it.
All right, so
Marcus is much better company.
Yes, and I filled in with you once. Remember that?
Oh, we had fun. People are still talking about it, Amy.
Yeah, you and the pajamagram. It was a good read.
The hoodie something.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your new effort to get veterans to be nominated for congressional commendations. What's that all about?
Well, I wanted to make it a point from the very moment I got elected to, as long as I'm in Washington, try to help give all of our veterans honor and recognition. Over the course of the last year and a half, we've held a number of veteran roundtables. At all the town halls we hold, we recognize veterans. We did a lousy job of, I think, as a country, understanding what veterans go through before 9/11. And even since 9/11, there's still so much that most people don't realize when it comes to all the issues that veterans have to deal with. So we're going to participate in a program run by the Library of Congress called a Congressional Veteran Commendation, where we can recognize veterans in my district for their wartime service or for their community service once they've come back home. I think this will be another great way for folks in my district to be able to understand and appreciate what veterans go through.
So say if we know someone, how do we nominate them?
If you know someone, everybody needs to go to walsh.house.gov, which is my congressional website, and anyone can nominate any veteran in the 8th Congressional District. Any veteran can nominate himself. So they can go to our website and they can download a nomination form, and they can go ahead and fill it out. It's pretty quick. Nominations are due by the 23rd, and the ceremony, we'll have a really nice ceremony in the district on April 30th.
That voice belongs to Congressman Joe Walsh from the 8th District.
Congressman Walsh, I wanted to ask you, in your career in Congress, you've always been known as kind of being your own man, and you've been very free to criticize both the Democrats but also your own party, the Republican Party. And I see that you're finally getting some help from your party leadership when it comes to some fundraising. Why have they changed their mind all of a sudden?
Well, look, you're right, Marcus. I mean, I've been kind of an equal opportunity guy when it comes to criticizing both parties for the mess that we're in right now. I'm running in the tough district. I'm running in the tough district that the Democrats drew. And I think the Republicans understand that it's a district we can win. And because I've taken on this fight, I think it's a district they want to win. Look, the battle's clear. It's almost less, Joe Walsh versus Tammy Duckworth. The country's going to have to decide this fall whether they want to put Nancy Pelosi back in charge of the House. So every congressional district, every competitive one, is one that both parties are going to put resources into. And I'm just really happy that the Republicans are going to do that with me.
Congressman Walsh, we've already seen this narrative kind of emerge that Democrats are trying to make the 2012 election cycle all about the Republican so-called war on women. And we saw this yesterday with Hillary Rosen and Ann Romney. You're in a unique position, and as you mentioned, you're running against Tammy Duckworth, who is a woman, and no doubt that's going to be part of the narrative in your district as well. How do you combat that? How do you come out and say, listen, Republicans are not against women?
You know what you do, Marcus? You just, again, you talk straight. You have the same amount of respect for women that you have for men. And I got to tell you, I find what the Democrats do when it comes to women so demeaning. If you polled women in this country, Amy and Marcus, and you asked them what are the biggest problems in the country, they're smart enough, of course, to say the same things that men are going to tell you: the debt, the jobs, and the economy. But Democrats, right now, with this war on women stuff, they think so poorly of women that they think if we only bring up contraception or abortion, that will scare women and they'll forget about the real problems like the economy and jobs. I find that demeaning. Women are every bit as smart, if not smarter than men. They understand what this country's going through, and I think they're going to see through this game that Democrats play.
Yeah, I received I'm on an email list for Barack Obama, and he came out yesterday saying if the Republicans win, if Mitt Romney in particular wins, it's, he's going to shower billionaires with more huge tax breaks. And this part I found quite insulting, and make it and outlaw a woman's right to choose and completely cut funding for Planned Parenthood. That's what he wrote in the email.
And Amy, what's so fascinating to me, and as a woman, you should find this so insulting. It's like all they've got to do is raise those red flags like abortion and contraception, and it's like women will no longer care about what really matters.
Well, they claim that we're going back to a social agenda from the 1950s, and we're not. Republicans are not trying to take away our birth control.
No, what Republicans are concerned about is all of this debt that we're placing on all of our moms and our dads, kids, and our grandkids. And women and men are concerned about that. Not enough men and women are working, and that's what men and women in this country are concerned about. I find it so demeaning that they don't think women can focus on the real issues of the day.
So, Congressman Walsh, can you have any attack ads against Tammy Duckworth? I mean, you can't really. She's survived a battle. She's an amputee. She's a female. I mean, you can't touch her, can you?
Oh gosh, Amy, everybody's touchable. As I think we said before, look, Tammy Duckworth's service demands our respect. And that's something I will do and say for her throughout this campaign like I would any veteran. But it doesn't demand your vote. If that were the case, John McCain would be our president. You talk about a war hero. But that's not the case. This election is about the direction of this country. And the direction that Tammy Duckworth wants to take the country is very different than the direction that Joe Walsh wants to take this country. And that's what this election will be about.
What if somebody nominates her for one of your congressional veteran commendations?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, God, that'd be great. And maybe we could get her with me in front of a lot of people. I mean, I've challenged her now for a month to get in front of me, to get with me in front of voters every month to have town hall debates. I would love it if somebody nominated her because we hope to have a pretty good crowd at this event.
So how many debates do you guys have scheduled? How many has she agreed to?
She has said that she could do up to as many as 4. I've asked for monthly debates beginning in April, at least monthly debates. And Amy, what I really want to do is politicians always play this game where they never want to get directly in front of people, and they don't want to take direct questions. I want Tammy Duckworth and I to get in front of voters in the 8th District as much as possible and take direct questions. That's what I'm hoping she'll follow up with and answer me on.
And any recent polls, how are you doing so far?
Oh, I think the race is competitive, and I think once polls really start to come out this summer, it'll show that. This is going to be one of the most competitive congressional races, certainly in Illinois, if not the country.
Yeah, all eyes will be on your race, that's for sure. All right, Congressman Walsh, thank you so much. And again, tell us about the site we can go to if we want to nominate a veteran. Walsh.house.gov to nominate a veteran for the Congressional Veteran Commendation in my 8th District. Amy and Marcus, thank you. Thank you. That's Congressman Joe Walsh at 746.